when you were doing the illustrations, were you working like you would with a picture book, and were you doing with thumbnails and building up, or what is the process of coming up with an illustration like this?
Yeah, I'll show you. Yeah, like here's this is a sketch of Stenchley in the lab, getting ready to do something awful to Thaddeus. And here's Norman climbing up the stairs, and I actually do that stupid technique of scribbling in the back with pencil to transfer the image onto the illustration board that I'm gonna actually draw on.
Once you're happy with the sketch.
Exactly. You know, and there's actually some pictures that didn't make it into the book. This is one of the dead professor's corpse in the coffin that Stenchley digs up. And I actually have piled. That one's in the book actually.
It's beautiful.
But,
wow.
I work them out on this tissue paper because I can trace. I can take the characters and trace them out and or draw them out, and then to refine them, I can just trace over what I have already, and make a change, make his eyes bigger, whatever I'm going to do.
Where do you work out value patterns, if you do, or are you so seasoned at it that it just comes naturally when you're?
I try to do it in my head as much as I can, but like it's pretty easy in black and white to figure out the values and all. I work dark to light as opposed to light to dark, so I work on a dark surface always. I have a white illustration board, and I'm doing a colorful painting for a picture book. I paint my board the darkest color of, or close to the darkest color that's going to be on the picture, and oftentimes I paint the board the darkest and the opposite color on the color wheel from the darkest color. So if the darkest color I'm going to paint is something green, maybe it's a green picture, then I might paint the background purple or burnt red or something like something brick red or something like that, so that the underpainting sort of gives it some interest. Writing, I always did. So I had lots of writing courses, and I always enjoyed writing fiction and poetry and songs and stuff like that. And so yeah, I've always loved doing it, but I never did it as a job, until fairly recently. In my first book, Frank Was a Monster Who Wanted to Dance, came out in '99, I believe it was. And not that that's a great example of writing because it's very short, but that's when it started. When I started attacking that professionally and trying to do it. And then the whole thing culminated, the writing part with this book anyways, where I took a stab at writing a longer story, because a lot of my story ideas for picture books wouldn't work as picture books because of either the subject matter or the depth and breadth that I need to go with exploring the characters and the plot.